And one of the things that you just said at the top of the answer is that, it's also about creating connection and emotional connection. So why is that important, and how can you do that?
So, philanthropy is all about emotional connection. It's not about transaction. Transaction, well, okay, it can be about transaction. If you're outside of a supermarket and you see someone with a begging bowl and you put some money in, that's a transactional piece. You look and you go, boom, there you are. Or you tick a box when you're taking money out of your ATM, and that's transactional. But that isn't really fundraising in my view. That's just kind of actional collecting the money when the opportunity's there. But real fundraising is about emotional. And you find that, people in the world that have done amazing things and really big gifts have often been because of something deep down, and there's an emotional connection. And when certainly I've worked around high net worths, it's about uncovering that emotional connection and connecting with that emotional connection. And that leads to them doing things that they really feel good about. And bigger things than you would ever imagine. So it's kind of proved, if you kind of, in the trade, they talk about kiss-off gifts, probably a terrible phrase, but it's someone for £1 million and they give you, 100,000 or 10,000, and they go away and they feel really bad about it because they don't feel really connected to you, and they kind of feel they're just giving you some money because they want to look embarrassed. Oh, great, I've got £10,000, but actually you haven't done the job. If you've got an emotional gift, they'll give you the million, they'll give you many more millions, and they'll really enjoy that journey. They'll really enjoy that giving act. And this is what it's all about, is how do you actually make that opportunity? How do you come up with that creative opportunity? How do you connect with that person? Think about things in your life that are important. I mean, there's things in my life that I feel passionate about. When people connect, I then give, whether it's time or money. It's a no-brainer for me because they've connected with something. If they're just asking me because I twisted my arm or trying to make me a transactional response, it's very, very difficult for me to give a lot or feel good about that. So this is a real critical feature, and I've done some YouTubes around COVID around this in terms of the emotional versus transactional. It's one of my nine things to try and get a positive outcome for COVID on my YouTube, which is, if you want to waste an hour of your life, you're probably going to have a look. I think they're 2-minute videos of me in my garden talking about these various things, and this emotional issue versus transactional, I think, is critical.
I think this is a really powerful reminder also that when people give, they should feel good. They shouldn't feel, guilty or bad about it, because they're very right.
Right.
If you want to give, you give more. And this is the powerful thing about giving, right? Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, it's the ultimate thing to give because you don't get anything back other than an emotional reaction.
Yeah.
So, you extrapolate that. Therefore, what are you actually buying? You're actually buying, if you want a better way of describing it, an emotional reaction, an emotional connection, because actually you shouldn't be tangible benefits. Yeah. So it's the ultimate purchase is what I call it. If you go into a shop or you buy a car, or if you're a billionaire and you buy a nice car, you drive it, it's nice. Okay. I've enjoyed doing that in the garage. You look at it, but actually that is a transaction to a physical thing. Giving is the higher level of that. Giving is about your emotional state. It's about connecting with organizations that you really believe in. It's about having a good experience. It's about an emotional experience. It's way above a material car, house, boat. This is a way bigger ask. And actually it's a much more enjoyable experience. If you get it right, that's why philanthropists kind of get high on this stuff, because they get addicted to it. Yeah. Because once they start it, they realize it's better than the car, the boat, all of that, because it actually gives them more pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is really, really powerful. I'm really appreciating you taking the time, because I think it's a really wonderful and important perspective for our students.